The authority is stated that registration for the proposed one or more additional class of insurance business would qualify their insured to become number of groups. Agreements have been executed by all the insurance in the group or proposed groups as the case may be, and such agreement in the opinion of the authority states the requirement of the exemption to subsection and the insured has, after the commitment of the Insurance Act 1968, made deposit of a sum not less than the total of all the installments of deposit which he would have been required to make after such commitment to aid the data of his becoming a member of the group. Had he been a member of the group from such communication, the authority shall cancel the registration made in pursuance of the provision of subsection 5 if the insured referred to therein fails to become within a preview of 3 months from the data of such registration a member of the group or proposed group, as the case may be, and where such registration has been cancelled, the provision of this act shall apply to the insured as if he had not been registered for the class or insurance business in relation to which his registration has been collected. Securities already deposited with the controller of currency in compliance with the Indian Life Assurance Compliance Act 1912 shall be transferred by him to the Reserve Bank of India and shall to the extent of the market value as at the data of the communicated of this act be deemed to be deposited under this act as the installment or as party of the installment to be made under the provision of this section before the application for registration is made, whether any such application is or not in fact made. A deposit made in case shall be held by the Reserve Bank of India of the credit of the insured and shall expect to the extent, if any, to which the case has been invested in securities under subsection 9(4) be returnable to their insured in any case in which under the provision of this act deposit is to be returned and any interest accruing due and collected and securities deposited under subsection 1 or subsection 2 shall be paid to the insured subject only to dedication of the normally communication chargeable for the realization of the interest. The insured may any time replace any securities deposited by him under this section with the Reserve Bank of India either by case or by other approved securities or partly by case and partly and by other approved securities, provided that such case or the value of such other approved securities estimated at the market rates prevailing at the time of replenishment or such case together with such value as the case may be is not less than the value of the securities replaced estimated at the market rates prevailing when the deposited. The Reserve Bank of India shall, if so requested by the insurer, shall any securities deposited by him with the bank under this section and hold the case decided by such sales as deposit or invest in approved securities specified by the insurer, the whole or any part of a deposit held by it in case or the whole or any part of case received by it on the sale of or on the marketing of securities deposited by the insurer and hold the securities in which investment is so made as deposit, and any charge the normally commission on such salary or on such investment, where subsection 94 applies. If the case realized by the sale of or on the measuring of the securities extending in the former case their interest accrued falls short of the market value of the securities at the data of which they were deposited with the banks, the insurer shall make good the deficiency by future deposit either in cash or an approved securities estimated at the market value of the securities on the day on which the area deposited, or partly in cash and partly in approved securities so estimated with provided up 2 months from the data on which the securities matured, or where sold or where the securities matured or were sold before the 21st day of March 1940 within approved of for month from the commitment of the Insurance Act 1940, and unless he does so, the insured shall be deemed to have failed to comply with the requirement of this section as to deposited and